When trading, does the leverage affect the lot size that you can open in a trade? And for us to understand that, it's quite simple. First thing first, we need to understand a lot size. A lot size, which is this. All right? Many, they do not understand a lot size even today. Whenever we're trading Forex, crypto, stocks, any asset that we're actually trading, we have what we call a contract, okay? Which is a contract that we're trading. And to understand the contract, it is in this way. Let me share with you. If you're using an iPhone, you're going to go to details. You're going to tap on any asset and go to details. And then if you're using an Android, you're going to go to properties. Okay, this is USD ZAR, by the way. This is actually Bitcoin, by the way. You can tap on any asset. We have what we call a contract size, which you can see here is 100,000. Believe it makes sense to you. You can see that we have what? 100,000. And now if you're using an iPhone, you will see what? You will see a contract size here of one, 8 Bitcoin. And remember, the contract size will change based on the broker that you will be using for that certain time. And what it means that the contract that we're going to be trading is going to be based on the lot size. Now let's go back and explain the lot size so that you get to actually understand what is happening with the lot size. As you can see here, this lot size here, this is 0.01, this is 0.1, 0.1. Okay, a lot size like this represent what? Represent that it's a volume, guys. It's a volume. If you were looking to understand what a lot size is a volume. The volume that we are using for a radio station, for example, a volume that you're using in your home, the volume that you're using for water, any volume that you know. And if right now you understand the term volume, you understand that a volume is a tool to measure a minimum and maximum of a certain thing so that it can be managed in a certain way. However, when we go back to clicking the details or clicking the properties, what we will see, we'll actually look at from this contract size, we will look down here, which is we'll find a minimum volume of what? Of 0.01, a maximum volume of 500. And what it means that this 100,000 that you can see here is a standard unit. Okay, it's the contract that we're going to be trading. And then now the minimum volume, it means that a broker is willing to actually what? Go maximum 500 lot size. Yes, 500 lot size, because they actually what? Hedging your position. When you buy, they have to sell. When you sell, they have to what? They have to buy. So which is quite simple and not that difficult for anyone to understand. Let's go back to this example over here. So now when you're looking in terms of the leverage is gonna cut the margin. It's gonna cut the margin, meaning that it's gonna cut the money that a trader will need for you to trade. Now, once the money is cut here, let's say right now you no longer need actually let's say okay, you need a 32 from 187, you need only 32.88 dollars, because the account is in dollars. That's the money that you need for you to open these positions. All right. Okay, just for an example, another example that we can make for those who do not understand. Let's just make it an example. You can see here we have 12,000 euro. We opened 0.01. We needed only $5.51, which is the margin. Another example for those who are still confused. Here's another example. We have what? We have 10 here. As you can see, margin is 10.83 euro USD. Trading 0.01, 0.01. Okay, now the leverage is going to cut the money that is actually what? Needed. And then once it's cut the money that is needed, it's going to what? It's going to give you free margin. It's going to give you free margin. Once you have free margin, that means that you can still continue to what? To add more trades, which is under here. We can see free margin. Let's go back to that example that we had so that we stick to it for now. Now, once you have free margin, remember, brokers to brokers, they're not the same. Some brokers, they will allow you to have what? To have the free margin in order for you to what? To keep trading. Based on what? Based on that you are in equity is profiting. So you can keep adding more trades. However, the margin will keep changing because you are adding more trades. Now, the lot size here, When you're looking in the free margin, you can still continue to add more trades. However, the margin will increase. All right, margin will increase. And then we have what? We have margin level. Margin level will what? Will a bit decrease. But the good part is that once it starts to decrease, the margin level here will what? Will quickly run out. Based on what? Based on what? If you're right now you're trading this asset, the point, the number of points will affect how much of margin level will be there before your trade will be closed automatically. So if right now you're choosing to have a leverage of, let's say right now you choose to have a leverage in Forex, because we have many assets, you're choosing to have a leverage of 1:1,000 or 1:500 when you open an account with a broker. For those who don't have an account with trading, real account, please, I have recommended brokers in my links. And also, if you're watching this video on YouTube, the links are in the comment section below, and also check on the description below. We also have if you're in TikTok, the links are in the bio. If you like to talk to me, feel free to actually WhatsApp me. Feel free to reach out to me on social medias. I'm there, Facebook, Twitter. I'm there everywhere. So now, when it comes to the leverage here, you can see we have many leverage that you can choose and select from. This leverage is gonna cut how much money you need only, and then free what? Free the margin level, free the margin margin level, and free margin and margin level. And then once you have these two, you can still continue to add more trades. However, the number of points, because there are those who do not understand about the number of points, and that is something that we should be understanding in this lesson. And this is an example. This is an example for you to actually learn. You can see here, yeah, but we can just still use this one. This is 100 points. I wanted to use the one of gold so that you can actually see in a better way, because I believe some of you are really much interested in trading gold. Because when you're trading gold, it's actually what giving you a sense of you are actually making a lot of money. I don't know how, but yeah, you have that kind of a sense that you're going to be making a lot of money when you're trading gold. Here's an example of gold here. As you can see here, we have 255 points, and that is valued at $2.25 based on what? Based on the lot size of 0.01. And then at L, you can see that we are risking of $0.41, which is 41 points. And this is simple calculations. If you say 41 points times 0.01, you'll get the 0.41, which is quite simple to understand. However, now, when it comes to you understanding the money that you need, remember this price will keep changing, because if it goes up, the asset is gaining value. If it goes down, the asset is losing value. All right. Now, this is the price that we have over here. The price that we actually place a buy on an asset, you will keep actually what? You will keep to have an you must have an understanding of the calculations that are involved when it comes to trading this asset. This asset has this price that we sold here on it, all right? And this is the amount of money that is needed. However, if it keeps moving, the margin will change based on the value of the asset, if it's actually appreciating or depreciating. So now, when you have to count this, it's simple. You go back to the same thing, which is this 0.01 represent that we have what? 1,000 units sold. We sold 1,000 units, which is the contracts, right? And that contract will be what? Will be based on what? Based on, we have a lot size here of 0.01. And we can calculate that, which is quite simple. So we're going to say the 1,000 times 0.01, which will give us a 1,000 units. All right, and then the 1,000 times by this price that we bought here will give us a certain price, and then divide by the leverage, we'll actually get the money that we need. And that way we understand the value that is needed for you as to trade an asset. But we must be careful of understanding the points, because once the graph or the chart turns in a certain direction, you will lose the account quickly based on what? Based on that you actually have more leverage, which is good, which is not a problem. And since I've mentioned to you that the brokers are not the same, right? The brokers are not the same. Some brokers, they allow you to use free margin. However, if you use free margin, you must be careful of what can happen or what can go wrong in your trade, in you trading the asset of gold. Okay, in this example, we have this asset the margin level, some brokers, they set a margin level of 50%. So meaning that if right now in the equity, if you lose 50%, if you lose 50%, then your trade will be closed automatically. All these trades will be closed. So the number of points, you must be careful of it and understand the number of points. So I believe now you understand. Stay blessed, stay tuned. I love you all. Stay tuned to this channel. Share the videos with others. I love you all.